Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Central Oregon Shenanigans. Today we are working on Kyle's truck finally. Yes, it has finally happened. For all the new subscribers to the channel, it's been growing very quickly lately. Welcome. This is Kyle's truck, but our find. We found this almost a year ago, sadly to say. This is a 99? No, it's a 2000. 2000 F150 that Kyle's been driving. That's got a 4BT Cummins swap done to it. And they did not finish the swap because they're screwy things. Kyle and I have filmed a bunch on this truck. Those videos are in the channel under a playlist, I do believe. Anyway, I'm gonna have to call Kyle to figure out where the key is so we can move it into the shop. And then we're gonna start building engine towers today. This engine sits down on the cross brace. They did not build the engine towers properly. They didn't build them to the way I built the ones in the Expedition. So with that being said, guys, let's get this in the barn. Oh, stick shift. This is different. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. It's cold. Uh-oh. What am I doing wrong here? She don't want to start. Alrighty, guys. I got the dang jumper cables hooked to the 80-something Ranger. I think this is an 86. It's pretty sad when I'm starting to forget all the years of these vehicles because we just have too many trucks. I'm pretty sure, yes, it is an 86. November of 86, but is that an 8? So it's an 87? 87 Ford Ranger. Catalyst says 87. 1987 Ford Ranger. If you guys haven't seen this, it's been on the channel a couple times. Kyle's got some plans for this girl here soon. 2.9 liter V6. Seems to run pretty good. We foamed it. Don't know if that helped or not, but yeah, I will catch you guys at the barn. I'm gonna let this charge, and then we're gonna jump it, get her started. I don't know. First time. Ooh. First time me driving this thing. Got air bubbles. Forgot there's no brakes. Holy shit. Standing here in the barn, getting ready to hook up the cherry picker, and it's all sinking back in like we were here a couple years ago. Back in the barn, building the Expedition here. It's just all, I don't know, it's all coming back. Hours upon hours being in this barn, working on the Expedition. Anyway, I've got a little bit of a dilemma. I'm looking at the engine, and since this has got a different thermostat piece, and Kyle's calling me now that I'm picked up the camera, hold please, and Kyle is working. So it's been about 30-40 minutes ago. I got underneath the truck, got the engine towers, no, the engine mount, the actual rubber mount, unbolted from the frame tower, both sides. I'm just about ready to put the cherry picker together, get it hooked up, lift it up, get the powers. We're gonna start the easiest side first. which is the driver's side on these. I'll explain some things about how I build these mounts for the Heritage Series, because this has got a 4BT Cummins in it. If you didn't know that, if you're new to the channel, a lot of you guys, I know, you're like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I know. We just gotta fill the new people in. We got a lot of new people on the channel now. So, I'm gonna regroup and catch you in a minute. Alrighty guys, back at it here. I just got the 2 pump bolts out. I'm glad I didn't have the camera on, because I had said some pretty foul things to the previous owner of this pickup that put this motor in here. These were tightened down probably 150 to 180 foot-pounds. Why? I don't know. It took everything I had to get those bolts out. Absolutely ridiculous. But power steering's up and out. We're going to leave the lines hooked up. Actually, I'm going to put the camera down in a second. I'm just going to take this guy. Hopefully there's enough slack, which I think there is. I'm just going to set her over here. I'm going to lift the engine back up, get that tower out, and see what kind of cobbled job we're working with here. So I got the first tower out. First thing I noticed right away is, look at this. Look at this. No penetration. And then they went on the inside. And then there's 2 pieces down in here. And then there's this ugly. Showed you the ugly bastard over here. It's not straight. Who built this, Jimmy? Like, come on. This is the worst welding I've ever seen. This is the worst piece of manufacturing I've ever seen. The only thing that looks good is whoever notched that, which I think they just, I don't know. That is just junk. 4 washers stacked because their mounts weren't tall enough. They were still sitting on the cross member, even with 4 washers stuck on the mount. Do it right the first time or don't build it. I'm really excited. We got the bottom. I'm going to put you guys upside down, but I'm going to rotate it on the editor here. We've got that plate installed. I don't have the bolts tight yet. There's a little bit of trimming I got to do down there in the left-hand corner. I'm going to take a notch out of that. I think I'm going to play with it a little bit. But I think we have ourselves a starting plate for that tower. So once you get, that's the hardest thing, getting those 4 bolts, unless you got a template. I used the 6BT out back for measurements. But anyway, my next step is take that back out if it needs to be notched. If not, I need to run those home, get them tight. Then we're gonna stick a bit of plate. We're gonna get a piece of the skinnier plate, I think. Or not, it's not skinnier, it's just, yeah, it is. The thickness is the same, but we bought 5, 5.5, 5, and 4.5. I think those are the dimensions I got here, wide. And I think I'm gonna take the skinniest one to do my triangle cuts in to do this part. This part's next. Figuring out that angle is next. I'm not going off of anything on this at all. I'm not even trying to figure out what's going on here. It's because it's like Jimmy and Adam did it. But anyway, I'm going to take some measurements if that works, and you'll see me on the next clip. We'll have it out, and maybe we'll put some tacks. What you want to do is you want to get it all built. You want to figure angles out. You want to get it all built. You want to get it tacked together. And then you want to set it back in there. See if you like it. You want to before you start tacking though and measuring, you want to make sure that engine, the hoist hasn't came down, and you want to make sure your engine's where you want it to be. And I started on the driver's side on mine, and it worked great. And I'm starting on the driver's side on Kyle's, and we'll build that one the other side tomorrow. We might not get the driver's side built today. I don't know. I've got to be home at 5 o'clock. I'm working out at Papa's, so yeah. But anyway, we will catch you in the next clip. We'll see where we're at. Alrighty, guys. So far, don't judge my work on the first one, but I've got some adjustment to do. It's not bad. It's not pretty, but it's structural. There she is. Driver's side's got one more piece to go on tomorrow, which is going to be, we got to figure out where we want to put a strap. Thinking we're going to use the 4-inch there. We'll cut a piece. It won't be the full structure. It might be. I gotta look at it again. I gotta put it back in the truck and look at it. But there'll be a piece that lays in here to tie these two pieces together, and then there'll be a hole for your rubber mount to sit in between the tower, the frame tower, and the engine tower. But we'll run beads in here. We'll run beads in there. After we get this set in here and get these two tied together, and then we'll run our beads. We'll run beads on the inside. We'll clean this up. We'll paint it, and that will be the driver's side mount. So I actually overdid this. I could have cut this down a little bit more, and I might put it in the Piranha and trim this piece out of there. This side we can't do any trimming on because you got the back bolt holes. This is going to be a lot better setup. And then Kyle, he is going to, we're putting the vacuum pump, the air pump, power steering pump combo for the vacuum. He's got to come back, and I've left him plenty of material to, he's got to notch this out. He might end up having to cut down. I don't know. We'll see. I had to cut mine here, and I think I cut like here, and then I end up having to do a little moon in mine. I can't remember, but I think we got to do that on both pieces, but I'm not 100% sure. If you're tuning in for the first time, please give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below, subscribe if you have not already, and we'll catch you in part 2 of the engine, 4BT engine, whatever I decide. Catch you in part 2, guys. See you here on Central Oregon Shenanigans. Bye-bye.